Alright, in the top left we do have Gumiho, the Gumi God himself, Buildmaster of Terran. And at the bottom right, it is Trap, the single hope for Protoss and LAN events. No, actually Hero is still there. Hero has been performing incredibly well, but Trap is kind of the hope for all of the normal Protoss out there, as well as stats. But yeah, showing some beautiful display in skill recently again, and showing that his game skills are definitely coming back. A lot of those. Still needs to win a championship though. Okay, double gas opening here for Gumiho. Perhaps gonna scout this. Gonna be a beautiful scout. Should go ahead and throw down a cybernetics core after this. Oh, he's gonna maybe throw down the Nexus first. Nah. There we go, cybernetics core. Played safe. Nexus a tiny bit delayed. Oh, ooh, they can actually fight each other here. Man, I didn't know. That's crazy. I think they were surprised as well. Not sure. Okay, he's gonna recall the probe here. Didn't lose it. And he also didn't lose it to the Reaper 1. Sneaky SCV here is gonna throw down a starport down here. Oh, so we're gonna proxy some Hellions maybe. This could be Widow Mines or Hellions. Wanna see. Could also be Cyclones, but that would a little bit be kind of an oddball, a curveball here. This should be a Medivac being proxied, and it should be Hellions. Yeah? That's a little bit weird, but this is Gumiho, so yeah. It's gonna be a double cycle drop. Okay, Gumi God, show me the ways. Gonna throw down a command center into the main base here. And he should probably pull out of gas. I don't know. Is he gonna make 4 cyclones? This could be a thing. But yeah, we have to wait and see. Of course, he needs to get the Medivac first. He has 100-100, which is beautiful stuff for Medivac. No, don't you want to boost your mineral income a little bit? This is such an exposed kind of style again here for Gumiho. He's gonna throw down extra Hellions now. Is this gonna be a Liberator follow-up after the Medivac? It's gonna scout Trap's army here on the front, and Trap is gonna be offensive for a while. He can snag that Reaper. Should be able to get it. Oh, he gets away here. Beautiful escape on the high ground. So Starport is gonna go home. Double drop of Cyclones is gonna come in. 2 Hellions and 1 Reaper in the front. Ah, that's gonna be a tough scout here for Gumiho. But there's nothing in the base. There's no recall. This was used on the probe. I wonder if this is like a reactionary build opening from Gumiho because he saw, hey, you recall the probe, so I can just kill everything in your base. Man, he kills the Stalker. This is a beautiful start here. Hellion and Reaper coming into the natural at the same time. Probes have to run away. One Cyclone is gonna fall here, but oop, there we go. Units showing up here from every side here in an angle. Oh my god, things are falling apart. Oh, the Cyclones are actually dealing the most damage. 14 probes. Oh boy, and not done yet. Ooh, 18 workers going down to, and he escapes with a Hellion and a Cyclone. Man, look at this. Look at this difference even in the investment. Oh, holy crap, Lavuzi. Oh. Yeah. Okay, he's making a tech lab now on his starport. He's going into extra barracks though. Is this a mistake? This what is he doing with the star point? Is he making a raven? Gonna go ahead. Yeah, he's gonna make a raven. He's gonna say, alright, like yeah, look at this production tab. Okay, so Trap's gonna go ahead and snipe a Cyclone here. He's gonna snipe the Medivac, that's a good pickup, but he's gonna lose 2 Stalkers for that one. Trap's gonna go ahead and try to do something with 2 Stalkers here. Of course, he needs to 2-volley those SCVs. The Raven is a little bit derping out there. Gonna get 2 SCV kills, but yeah, man. I mean, he manages, of course, with a lot of chrono boosts on his worker production to get back to reasonable count here. Probes, and he has a good Stalker count, but that was so much damage. I mean, Gumiho should be ahead way further than he is, it feels like right now, right? He's struggling a lot, actually, against this Stalker force. My god. Trap really making the comeback of a century kind of happen here right now. But this tank on the high ground is gonna be here to ruin the day of Trap. I mean, 3 super low Stalkers, 1 half HP Stalker, 2 with low shields. Oh, the Raven is gonna scout these 4 Stalkers moving across there. Oh no, he's gonna move out of position here. 1 tank shot is gonna snipe the first Stalker though. He's gonna see the Prism as well, but yeah, he's gonna kill so many. Those Stalkers are so low. Trap playing really with fire here. And now coming into the main base here, Stim is gonna be actually delayed a long time. You know, Gumiho kind of forgetting about Stim, it seems, there for quite a while. And yeah, his +1 damage is completed now, but the Stim is ways off. 3rd base is gonna be attempted here for Trap. He's gonna throw down 3 extra gates, actually 4 extra gates. Gonna get Charge up and running. Of course, we do have Blink online here. Tank is gonna be a nice anchor again, and his defense is gonna lose the Cyclone though. Trap might just go all in with his 3 bases here. We do have the Raven coming in here. Throw down a auto turret to harass the worker line. He's gonna go into the main and tuck himself behind there to try and get some more stuff here. Stalkers are gonna get recalled, and Raven is just gonna pull back. Is he gonna throw down one more auto? No. Just gonna go ahead and go back. So yeah, not having any medivacs really paid dividends here for Trap, kind of. And yeah, he manages to pull himself back into the game. Stim is gonna finish it up though. Hope Gumiho does not forget combat shields. He's gonna go ahead and take a 3rd base. He is not gonna find these Stalkers, but he will see the War Prism here. As soon as I got a Stim, those Stalkers are so low, man. He's losing Stalkers to just plain Stim bio. He's gonna run into a missile turret. And the drop is gonna be enough to snipe the Prism. Let's see, he's dropping actually a really cool position here. But a lot of Zealots have been warped in, and yeah, armies are clashing here inside the main base of Gumiho right now. But yeah, things are gonna fall apart. Remember, a warp-in was used, so Gumiho's army is also just gonna kill off Trap's base. There's not gonna be a recall, sorry, was used. Man, Gumi is losing all SCVs, so he's gonna finish up this CC, I guess? He's not gonna have enough money to make it into an orbital though. And he should start float, yeah, 1 orbital across the map. He's gonna make a double. We do have combat shields denied and concussive shells. He should lift those things. He needs to lift those things. He needs to cancel some of his units. Trap tried to defend here with a lot of Stalkers, but he needs to get every unit he can into the main base of Trap. This needs to be a full-on base trade. Yeah, there you go, man. Losing that is the only medivac with this push. He's trying to get a couple medivacs out. If Trap was vigilant, he should have seen these. He's moving the Zealots actually, and he's losing all of his production. He's losing this orbital. Gumiho is definitely, he's so experienced in base trades, but he is not the best base trader out there. He needs to snipe this high ground vision here for Trap. He needs to kill off the cybernetics core. He does see this base, he knows about this. And he's so afraid because his medevacs are not here. Medevacs are coming in now, but Stalkers, oh my god, I'm gonna move in, we need to see an auto turret. No, this army's so overstimmed. I think Gumiho is just gonna lose this game. He's losing all of his orbitals. He's lost all of his production unnecessarily. He lost all of his buildings at home. He could have been out on the map mining already again. And now he's just sitting here. He still has not killed off the Nexus. He's trying to go ahead and kill these Stalkers. And he's gonna finish off this Nexus here. He does still have this one tank shelling away at this base. But look at these Zealots, man. This thing is back here, but there's already the Stalkers in position. Man, that's actually... So he's gonna try and make this like a forced... Okay, so now he has a draw. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have a draw. And Gumiho has potential to win this, but he only has one medevac, so... Yeah, and Trap does not have anything in production. He does not have enough money. And we do have a floating building here. So this is, ladies and gentlemen, a draw. And Gumiho is asking for the draw. A draw. Regame. I mean, Gumiho could have won this. I think it's definitely on him. Being a little bit sloppy there with those base trades. So, this is still 0-0. A potential 4-map best of 3. I really love those ones. This is game number 2, map number 1, and the first one was a draw. Score is 0-0. This time Gumiho starting in the bottom right here. And then the top left, it is Trap. Can we see another draw? Oh my god. So Trap basically, Trap's winning condition was to keep his Nexus alive and make a Void Ray. Or a Phoenix even. He didn't have enough gas to throw down a Phoenix and a Stargate. He only was mining minerals there. And yeah, Gumiho's win condition was basically kill all the buildings. Which might have been possible with the medevacs and marines, but if you just stand around a pylon, you're never gonna get the last one. Too many Stalkers and Zealots still left over for Trap in the game. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen a draw. Actually, it's kind of cool. There have been a lot of very, very intensely close games. I mean, probably the closest one we got to a draw in one of the big tournaments was Showtime against Gumiho at the Esports World Cup. They had a game which came down to, like, I think, I don't know, it was 2 Marauders fighting 3 Stalkers, basically. And Gumiho managing to win with his Stalkers. I mean, it was +3 Stalkers or something, or +2 Stalkers, and only, I think, 2 Marauders. So their Stalkers really picked a punch there. That was almost a draw. If Gumiho loses all of his units, that would have been a draw. But in the end, Showtime didn't manage to out-micro Gumiho. He should have focused the medevacs, and he focused on like liberators before that, so definitely making a little bit of a mistake there. I mean, if you leave the liberators in the sky, they need to siege and unsiege and stuff. Even if they kill all of your units, they cannot kill your buildings, so you can't lose to liberators. But you can lose to 2 marauders with being microed in 3 medevacs. So yeah. Great first game. Yeah, definitely a big mistake there in the end by Trap, moving away from his... basically leaving that Nexus open with this army was a mistake by Trap. Of course, he doesn't really know if there's extra units behind this or anything, but yeah. Gumiho was kind of gambling on the idea, hey, maybe you don't have 400 minerals, maybe I can just kill the Nexus, sacrifice some of my units and just win, basically win the situation by not losing the game. I'm gonna pick off this adept here. It's a nice pickup. Base floating over here. 1-1-1 setup for Gumiho. With a... Is this a cocked Banshee? No, it's gonna be a Raven opening. I really enjoy these Raven openings here by Gumiho. On the other side, we do see the 3-gate Blink with the Robo. Kind of the Protoss build, right? It's like the Protoss build, literally, in any matchup. Get map control with Blink, get the Robo to be safe, and then get a 3rd base, and basically everything behind that. Of course, the order of things varies a little bit. If you go into the other matchups, for example, you get 2 gates first in PvP, and then you throw down your Nexus and the third, the Blink and the 3rd gate afterwards, and then you go into the Robo, or you do the Robo a little bit earlier before the 3rd gate. In PvZ, you need to throw down the 3rd Nexus way faster, and you go into Stargate actually, not into the Robo. So yeah, excuse me. Oh, that's a nice hit squad here, sniping that observer. Man, that's painful. That's a painful pickup. Ugh. Gumiho actually going into Banshees behind this. No cloak though for those guys. +1. He doesn't have the money for cloak if he wants to do it, but I guess he doesn't want to. He just wants to have a Banshee to get some potential damage. Oh, he has... Oh, sorry! I was definitely missing that one. He already researched cloak. Cloak Banshee is already killing stuff here on the other side. My god, what was I looking at? He gets 4 kills here. And he might not find anything in the main base. He does have the 2nd Banshee on the way. Shield battery is going up here. Stalkers are in position. There is no observers currently. There we go. Observer coming in here. And that Banshee's out of juice. But yeah, 2nd Banshee can go into this base again. There's, I think, only... Oh, there's 3 observers actually. I thought there was only 2 observers. There's the 3rd observer though. There we go. It is close to the Banshee. So yeah, he has 4 observers now at this point. There's a lot of observers here. Banshees shouldn't really deal any more damage. Unless he comes in now while there's nothing here. Of course, he doesn't know. Overclock Banshees getting 5 kills together, combined. Not really worth the investment, I feel like. It feels like with Banshee... Oh, he snipes another observer here. The Cyclone Raven combination. This combi has been actually really paying off. I think those are... 2 of those are... one is the Adept and 2 are observers. Definitely paying a lot. Oh, if that observer would scout the Banshee, he could quickly jump with the Stalkers on top of that one. Not gonna find it. Oh, easy though. Yeah, he can. And he has the observer, so even if you go cloak now, boop, it's just gonna die. So yeah, I think great defense here by Trap, and he has a lot of units now coming across the map here. There's still a good setup here for our Terran player as well. Stim is not done yet though. We need to have that finished. Trap is just gonna go home. Gonna poke a little bit. Just gonna go back, I guess. We have one medevac here to the side, in the south, trying to make a move. Gumiho, of course, pushing out. He's only sitting on 2 bases. He does have oversaturation. He's not actually fully saturated in his main base. Is a little bit of weird balancing here. Gumiho is gonna go ahead and pull the SCVs. That's why. And well, that's an anti-armor missile on top of all of these zealots, so they can't really fight right now. They are dying so fast. He gets another observer here. I think he lost the second Banshee, I want to say. It's not there in the corner anymore. We didn't see that, unfortunately. But yeah, all of the SCVs are here. There's no AoE. And another anti-armor missile. And now this army again is going to have trouble to fight. We do have actually... Oh, a Widow Mine jumping in here. And Gumi is dealing a ton of damage here to Trap. One Colossus finally getting in here. Top of this army. But he's not joined with his own forces. So, yeah, Gumiho has a big army. Coming from behind here, Trap that is. Gonna flank with the Gateway army, but all of these zealots are stuck behind the Stalkers here. The main army is not really doing its job. It's gonna lose a couple of gateways. Gonna deny that upgrade in the Forge. Colossus on the ramp is gonna be nice here. It's gonna pick off a lot of units. 4th base for Trap actually being done there. And yeah, is he gonna survive the Trap? A little bit misreading the game here. Was kind of expecting a base behind this here for Gumiho, but as you can see, those Banshees eating up the production time of the starport, and yeah, there's not enough medevacs. So now Gumiho did just lose all of his army. He sees the space. This is still a very playable position for both players, kind of interestingly enough. Gumiho did remake a lot of his economy. But yeah, he has no follow-up basically coming in. And Trap is sitting on 3 bases, so he's gonna be still fine. He still is in a worker lead. This is not a death for any of those players yet. Yeah, Trap should turn around with these Stalkers. He cannot chase this medevac. Especially now with the joint army here. A lot of zealots coming in here for the flank. And he's trying to pick up as many medevacs as he can, as said earlier. These medevac, the starport time wasn't really used for a lot of medevac production, so every medevac hurts really that he loses here. Hurts a lot. And Gumiho is halting again SCV production. No SCV pull with this apparently, and yeah, now he needs to pull the SCVs though to defend his army. Widow Mines need to burrow here. Those zealots on top actually dealing a lot of damage. They're killing those marauders. And this army is not gonna lose, and I think, yeah, Trap might have just won this. No SCVs with that fight. Means now... I mean, Trap still has so many units, he has so much economy, and this double drop is not gonna win the game. I mean, he's gonna stay alive now, though, because of the big recall. He's gonna lose one more Marine here. He did leave some army behind, even though he had the medevac for it. It's a little bit of a mistake, I guess. But now might be a saving grace, because he can join up his army and actually have some units to fight. Man, this is such a scrappy game. Gumiho did keep alive still some of his SCVs. And yeah, he's gonna drop 3 mules now. He needs to boost some of his economy. He's basically running out of time here. He still has a big army, but that's about it. Trap has everything else going for him. He did not remake his Nexus here in the natural, but he doesn't need to. There is no 3rd base from Gumiho. He's still very healthy on the other 3 bases, or 2 bases he has. So yeah, he should be fine. This might be just the last hurrah here from Gumiho. He's trying to come in here. He needs to somehow get rid of this Colossus, who's been dishing out a ton of damage here. But I think it's just not gonna be enough here from our Terran player. GG is gonna be called, and Trap's gonna take map number 1, game number 2 out of this best of 4 series. Where did Gumiho go? Oh, he's in the replay. He's trying to figure out what went wrong there in that game. Definitely things falling apart. I think it's that Banshees. I think if you fix the Banshees, you have more medivacs. I mean, imagine he has 2 more medivacs. He only had 2 with a push, I think. It might have been 4 and 2 getting sniped. But in the end, it comes down to basically overstimmed bio. And already having a half HP army while not having the healing power he's supposed to have with that push. So yeah, kind of Gumiho having a difficult time here against Trap, very interesting. And in 2 games basically. I mean, doing some minor mistakes here and there. Of course, he should have won game number 1. The draw. He actually should have won that one if he lifts all of his production immediately and then lands one of his orbitals somewhere, like 2 of his orbitals basically out on the map, and just like starts to produce SCVs again, and then kills all of the bases. It feels like he had the stronger position in the base trade earlier, but yeah. Kind of made some mistakes there. He didn't lift his production, he didn't lift his orbitals, so yeah, I don't know. Didn't really go his way there. And yeah, second game, map number 1 also didn't go his way. And that was definitely on him. It feels like the Banshees were a mistake there. But yeah, in the top left we do have Gumiho, and in the top right we do have Trap, being up 1-0 after playing the first 2 maps. Gumiho losing 1 map, drawing 1 map, being down 1-0 now at this point. Prob gonna go ahead and scout what's gonna be up in Tarrant Town. Is he gonna play a 2-base all-in again? I mean, there was a 3rd command center in his first approach to Site Delta. Let's see what he's gonna do next here. But Gumiho definitely does not want to go out here to Trap in the round of 16. That's quite early. Of course, being Trap, I mean, in that round, hitting Gumiho so early is also very unfortunate. Reina kind of throwing a wrench into the, what is it called here, into the gear basically, by signing up and being there and then basically forfeiting his first round. So Max Pax does not have to play any tough opponent in the round of 8. There's basically a round of 16 spot up for grabs. Or round of 8 spot up for grabs. This might be the most competitive series here in the round of 16 we do have. I mean, Cure against Shameless. Shameless is kind of a talented player from Russia. He's been playing very, very well recently. And Cure, I mean, while he's still insanely good and he might be still one of the best top 3 TVP players in the world, he definitely did underperform a little bit in the World Cup, and I feel like there's a lot of expectations that felt flat for that man. Not doing as hot lately. And MaxPax is already waiting in round of 8. He's already licking his fingers because he's saying, hey, I basically get free money here in the round of 4. Gonna get 50 bucks for basically playing someone unknown to the professional world. Follow-up scout is gonna confirm the commands and it's gonna see a cyclone. So he knows the early factory unit there. Fortunately did not get up in the base, so he could not see the starport being added on. The 1-1 setup. 1-1-1 setup. Double cyclone here. One medevac, so another cyclone drop it seems. We do have no Hellion follow-up with this one though. Remember the first, the draw, the map that they played a draw? Gumiho did also a cyclone drop and a 2 Hellion and a Reaper run-in, and he ended up killing 17 workers? And he kept a cyclone and a Hellion alive? It was a crazy good opening for Gumiho. He must be actually feeling kind of devastated after playing 2 maps against the same guy, having actually some solid stuff there, but not managing to kill off his opponent. And, gonna drop in the Marines now. Gonna fight off this Reaper and sorry, the Adept, and he's gonna drop 2 Cyclones, but now he's committed with all of these units, and if he loses the medevac, oh, the grenade is gonna actually do some wonders here. Man, can Gumiho overwhelm? He's gonna get the sentry. This one stalker is at 1 HP. If he retargets on that stalker, man, he's gonna kill the immortal. He's gonna get 2 more stalkers. He's gonna get the stalker as well. Oh, probes are gonna kill the Marines here. 1 stalker against 1 cyclone. I think this was a good trade for our Terran player, but in the end, it's only 2 probes. He only killed 1 probe. The other one was the scouting probe earlier. He loses the medevac, he loses all of his units. But he also completely resets the Protoss army. I mean, that's the counter potential. 1 immortal, 1 stalker. Oh, is he gonna get the observer? No, he's gonna get out of range. A wasted scan, that never feels good. He's still producing out of a plain starport here, no add-on. So he was kind of counting on keeping that medevac alive. He's gonna try and go for the sniper again on the observer. I mean, at this point he must kind of know that this is basically scouted. And this is again a 2 base all in here from our Terran player. He's going with +1 now, but already again pushing before stim here. So what's the plan here, Gumiho? They have 1 medevac. I mean, there's only 2 stalkers left, so you're kind of good on the medevac. But you lose the tank here to the immortals being in a good position. Of course, this is completely scouted. Finally, we get a snipe on an observer here. A few Marines being picked up, but no stim yet, so the potential is limited. And there is a scouting pylon. I wonder if Gumiho knows about this. So he knows about the pylon. There's a sweet spot though. And he's just gonna drop on the pylon. He's just gonna settle for the pylon even, yeah. I don't know. Actually throwing down a safety scan, I don't like it anymore. I would have liked if he just kills the pylon and kind of goes out. But throwing down a scan, that's 300 minerals. That's a mule. He's gonna try and snipe a sentry here. Not gonna get it. Lose a marine. He's gonna try and pick up and evacuate. 4 tanks. 3rd CC. Finally, reactor on the starport. We do see some marauders getting mixed in here. Concussive shells, combat shields are gonna come online here in a little bit. +1 is queued up after the attack. +1 armor. I mean, that is. Still again. My god! Observers. It feels like Gumiho is not catching a break here. Right, so. Combat shield. Should be done here any second. So +1 combat shield marines with stim. Should be dropping here in a little bit. He's gonna find this 1 scouting probe. That's a good pickup. Add and stim to confirm the kill here. Should know about this observer. Gonna hide the medevac now here in the shadow. Trap moving out to take a 4th base here. So of course the expansion patterns are fixed on this map. We do have Storm now online here for our Protoss player. Coming in with some High Templars, already accumulating energy. And this is the first game we're gonna see a Ghost being made here, probably from Gumiho, from our Terran player. Again, Gumiho has been really favoring the style when he goes into the single engineering bay and starts his Ghost Academy before he gets into a 2-2 for his bio units. I mean, he kind of needs to start those Ghosts though. He does have the money. Gonna throw down the armory now next. Are we actually gonna see a Ghost though? On the engineering bay. He does have the money. What is he waiting for? It might have been a supply block. There we go. Oops. There we go. Ghost number 1 and 2 are on the way here, but I mean, imagine if one was already out. It's gonna need those to kill those High Templars. Snipe the Prism potentially before it can do anything. He's gonna go into some Vikings as well. Snipe out Prisms. Oh, this could be a great pick-off here for Gumiho if he manages to snipe that one. But also, if he's not careful, he does not have any EMPs currently with the army. They're just joining in now here. This drop from earlier is gonna come back here. It's gonna kill another pylon, it seems. Nah, it's just damage the pylon and go away. Sit in the corner again here. Trap is gonna move across the map here. Very, very passive play here from both players currently. After the initial early game aggression. Oh, this medevac is gonna evacuate in time. Thank God. Don't get found here. Now we're picking up Zealots and just moving around with the Templars like that. So they're up for snipes. Colossus range and Colossus on the way here. No disruptor choice for now. And Nexus number 5. Static defenses. There should be a 4th CC finishing up here any moment, and 2 extra command centers. So both players playing very passively. We see a turret ring here being set up, and you should definitely get a couple turrets up here as well. Solidify the north position. And War Prism is already shocking around here in the north. You can also throw down a sensor turret there. It's actually a good play. It gives you so much vision because it literally reaches half the map basically to your opponent already. Gumiho is just, both players kind of setting up beautiful defensive positions here for engagements. Just controlling their half of the map, expanding forwards, and this might be a split map situation. Just a little bit. This one medevac still staying alive here in the bottom right. Nothing really to finish that off. No Stargate unit. He should actually move like a Templar in here. He can just feedback that thing to death. Almost. It needs like a feedback and a Stalker shot to die. Pretty sure Stalkers do, yeah, 50 damage, 22 to armored. Trap is gonna rotate down here now. Of course, this is seen by the sensor turret. He also is gonna throw down the War Prism in here. It's still staying alive, so it's going into the main now. There is no turrets in the main. There's nothing in the main right now, but he's actually just evacuating. There should be Vikings now coming here, and he's just gonna go ahead and recall this one. Another scan goes down on top of the army here. Beautiful stuff from Gumiho. It's gonna eat a big storm, but it's not gonna kill any units, and the ghosts are in position. Needs to make the sensor turret here again, and please remake a couple turrets up here. Please, Gumiho. You are so good. Oh, he knows the army is there with the Marine, man. He sees everything. Now, this standoff is still happening down here. A Colossus walking across the map. Gumiho is going to try to solidify his forward position. Down there, he has the command centers. Ah, that Marauder, is it stuck? No, I think it's just not rallied. I was kind of debating about going in with the medevac there. A storm, man, this is such careful play by both players. Yeah, snipe is gonna come down on that high energy High Templar. It's a good snipe. Ghost Cloak is gonna be helpful here. One more storm will be attempted. Tempest transition. There we go. So you can finally snipe that prism. Sorry, the Medivac. And we do have the fusion core, of course, being researching Medivac energy. And oh, a nice storm here from the high ground. We do have the prism coming into the turret ring of doom and death, and this is gonna die. Some marines are getting sniped by a high templar. That's something crazy to say, but yeah, it's what happened here. Gumiho is a little bit out of position. Oh yes, he's making a ton of tanks here, actually. He has so many tanks. Those ghosts, oh, they need to cloak. Actually dying because of friendly fire here. Man, that 2 HP ghost. That's a big save. Liberator range, ghost, Viking. I think he does not know about this Tempest transition yet, though. So that's definitely gonna be a little bit of a surprise for Mr. Gumi. Trap's still making probes. He's already up. He's now up to 86, 85 workers here. And finally, he doesn't know about the Tempest at this point, Gumiho. Making a ton of turrets here, static defense, setting those up, sensor turrets, normal turrets. Gonna say, alright, if you make Tempest, I'm gonna at least slow you down a lot before I can, until I get my starports ready here. He's actually, he started 3+3, he's gonna throw down a nuke, man, everything's going crazy and wild. This nuke is gonna hit the base, but before that we might have a big engagement. There was a big EMP on top of the armor of traps, so he's gonna pull back. He's gonna run into the nuke. Oh my god, those probes. Some of them on the right should have been safe, but they went into let's fully sacrifice ourselves here. That was a great nuke. He might throw down another one. So he was about to start +3 weapons, but then he re-decided and went into armor first here. Gonna make a ton of Vikings now. What are these? Oh, it's all reactors. So we're gonna go on full air wars, it seems. It's gonna be a Viking-only composition here for Gumiho in a little bit. Servos actually coming in. So I need to actually read this one because, yeah, it actually does help Vikings as well. There's Hellions, Halberds, Vikings, and Thors. It does not help Liberators on their siege up. It does do help Vikings though. So Vikings are going to be able to switch positions earlier and deny here on that DT, a deny on the CC. Trap is going to start to push in here now with his army, which feels superior, but he needs an Oracle with this one. He needs to generate the vision, he needs to get the Tempest to shoot. Definitely needs that Oracle online. This is something he's forgetting right now, and he's actually not committing to this Stargate style as much as you might have think. But I mean, the ground stuff for Gumi is still strong. He's just Trap is making 10 gateways right now. Where are those? If he's what? 11, 12? He's gonna go for a. Okay, so Trap is basically gonna say like, you make now 1,000,000 Vikings. Oh, bye bye Observer. You make 1,000,000 Vikings against my 5 Tempest and 3 Colossi, and then I will just make 24 Zealots, or 22 Zealots at once, and you won't have the ground army to best me. Picking up some units here for free. Finally, Oracle is being mixed in here. Another nuke coming up. We do see the Widowmine Burrow upgrade here as well. Drilling claws, building armor. Now the Vikings are coming in here for a fight here, but also a flank. Stuff, he's not really killing anything. So far, trading has been looking way better here for Trap, it feels like. In this fight at least. There we go. Some nice storms on top of these Vikings here. Reproduction is going to be a ton of Vikings and Stalkers here on the side for Trap. He can basically insta-remax his army now. This bunker is going to fall here. And the Vikings are not here yet. He's trading okay against the ground army, but this Tempest army still might be too much here. For our Mr. of Gumi. Does not have anything that shoots up right now. He's making 10 Vikings at a time, but they're not here. They are not here. And we're pushing through right now as Trap. He might just have too much here. Trying again with the Vikings to snipe those Tempests, but are the Tempests actually the issue right now? It's like this gateway explosion was definitely the right call here for Trap. Warping on 20 units at a time here. Zealots flanking now from the ground, and Trap is gonna take the series. So we had a 3 game best of 3 which ended 2-0.